Whether there really was an 8-year curse or not, there was a very real collective sigh of relief coming from Memorial Stadium yesterday. The Huskers killed 3 birds with one 44-25 win over the Badgers. Black Friday has started to feel more like Groundhog Day. For the 4th time in 7 years, Iowa beat Nebraska via a walk-off field goal, including the last 2 seasons. The Big Red Faithful have even more to cheer about. Nebraska cracking the top 25, coming in at 23. It's the first time since 2019 the Huskers have been ranked. Nebraska defensive coordinator Tony White is taking the same job at Florida State. The move comes almost exactly a year after Nebraska restructured White's contract, increasing his annual salary to $1.6 million per year. Creighton women's basketball finally getting in on the dancing today, a moment the Blue Jays have been waiting for since their first-round exit last year. Nebraska's coaching staff for their bowl game will look a little different than it was for the Iowa game. Dana Holgorsen will stay on as the offensive coordinator for the Huskers, inking a 2-year deal on Monday. Stepping in at defensive coordinator will be John Butler, the secondary coach and passing game coordinator. With Raiola's ability to extend plays and offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield leaning into a more creative offense, the Huskers could be looking a lot like the Chiefs here in the near future. Coming in as the 2nd overall seed, Nebraska has quite the resume, going 11-1 against ranked opponents this season and earning a share of the Big Ten title. Just when you thought this in-state rivalry couldn't get any bigger, Creighton and Nebraska both landed themselves in the top 10 in this week's college volleyball rankings. Whether it's top-ranked Tennessee hoisting the trophy above their heads this weekend or 3rd-ranked Texas A&M, this year there will be history made at the College World Series Finals. Earlier this week, Huskers head coach Matt Rhule said that Michigan was the blueprint for what he wants to do here at Nebraska. Well, the number 2 Wolverines came into Memorial Stadium and perfectly executed that blueprint, putting up 249 rushing yards on the Huskers' number 1 rush defense, and then added another 187 through the air as the Wolverines went on to win 45-7. Clayton, coming into this match, Nebraska and Stanford were 2 of the top offenses in the country, top 10 in kills per set and hitting percentage. So it's going to come down to defense, and boy, do the Huskers deliver. After 11 days and 5 games here in Omaha, the Tennessee and Texas A&M bullpens are going to be put to the test here at the top of the hour. For the top-ranked Vols, they're going to send senior Xander Seacrest to the mound. The last time Seacrest was out here in Omaha, he went the distance, tossing 6 1/3 innings against Florida State to punch their ticket to this championship series. Nebraska was knocked down last week after a 38-point loss to number 2 Michigan at home in what quarterback Heinrich Haarberg called a demoralizing loss. Second quarter, a freshman QB, Dylan Raiola, using his legs significantly for the first time this season. It's a huge 38-yard pickup here, over 2 times longer than Raiola's longest run of the season. We're going to see those black shirts step up again. Safety Malcolm Hartzog Jr. with the interception. That's his team-leading 4th pickup this season, and he takes off. 34 yards later, Huskers taking over at OSU 7. Second quarter, Caleb Johnson up the gut for the 2-yard score. The Hawkeyes workhorse sets the Iowa single-season rushing touchdown record with his 21st trip to the end zone, and it's 10-0 Iowa. Luckily, Jays have someone else that can score points like this guy, preseason Big East Player of the Year, Ryan Kalkbrenner, with the first bucket of the game. Definitely not his last. The senior has 20 in the first 20 minutes. Match point, a trip to the championship on the line, and assists with her 18th kill, punching the Jays tickets to the title game. Sports that Big Red up 2-1 in the match. Landfair clinches a Big Ten title for the Huskers. Nebraska downs Maryland in 4 sets as the Big Red become co-Big Ten champions with Penn State. Top of 7, Josh Karen, man of the week, tied for most homers in Big Ten tournament history. And here's the record breaker. Karen, with his 6th long ball of the week, knots the game at 1-all. From the Devaney Center, I'm Grace Boyles, 6 Sports.